Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tag Heuer Modular 45 once again, just to do a review on now in 2018 whether this is still a relevant smartwatch, and actually we're going to be kind of going over what we think about the whole luxury smartwatch industry. So now let's just discuss this watch a little bit. So this watch retails, depending on what size and kind of what combination you get, from around $1,550 to $1,800, but then if you get the gold version, that's going to bring the price to well over $2,000. So does this watch hold its own at that price point for a smartwatch? So that is the question that I'm going to try to answer today. So the watch in general, it uses Android Wear, so there really isn't a special software that it uses or anything. You can see all the menus are really exactly the same. You're going to have your phone, you're going to have stopwatch, timers, you can have Google Translate shows, you can have fitness information, set alarms, have your calendar, your contacts, basically everything like that. And then this watch, based on hardware, it's got a 50-meter water resistance, which is about the industry standard now. When it first came out, that was quite a bit, but now Apple has a 50-meter water resistance, Samsung has a 50-meter water resistance, so that doesn't really make this watch better than the competition, and those watches are much cheaper. So now also this watch uses, depending on what size you get, if you get the 45 millimeter, which is this, you're going to have a 1 gigabyte of RAM watch with 4 gigabytes of storage, and then if you have the 41 mil, you're going to actually get a gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of storage. And actually, sorry, you will get 512 megabytes of RAM with the 45 mil. I think I said 1 gigabyte instead. No, the smaller one, though, will have 1 gigabyte, which I think is a bit odd, as you'd think that the bigger, more expensive one should have the same, if not more, RAM and storage than the smaller one. It doesn't really make too much sense to me, but that's how they chose to do it. Now, with regards to the cases on these watches, that's where they're really different than other pieces, as they have more kind of a watch finish to them than a smartwatch or a piece of technology. So these are actually made out of grade 5 titanium, so it's very, very light. The blue, by the way, is not actually blue metal. That is just a protective covering. This is a brand new piece. And actually, one thing I didn't mention is we're here at Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, reviewing this piece, and they are an authorized dealer of Tag Heuer smartwatches and are currently selling the Modular 45 lineup. Now, on this watch, though, you do get a ceramic bezel here, and then you have a sapphire screen. So that means the screen is going to really never scratch on you, and neither will the bezel, as ceramic is also very, very high on the hardness scale. So the titanium sides of that also makes it a lot more scratch resistant than regular stainless steel, and it's going to be very, very light. As I said earlier, this watch has very little weight to it. And you also get a titanium clasp as well, which is a watch-style deployment clasp. So overall, when you really get this watch, you're getting a smartwatch that is designed with a regular watch in mind. Now, is this watch worth the $1,800 price point that it comes in at? I would honestly say no. There really isn't too much special about it. I mean, it's compatible with both Apple and Android, but so is any other Wear OS watch. With Apple, obviously, you're going to have a little less connectability just because it's not an Android watch, and obviously Android Wear is made to work with Android watches. The only thing you're getting with this is a watch-focused case design and watch-focused dials. You get Tag Heuer branded dials. So you can actually make your own too. You can see if you go through the menu here, you can make your own. Here we have the studio, where you can actually customize your dials quite a bit. You can do edits, and you can change the back of the dial color. You can then change the index color and stuff like that. So it allows some cool features like that. But really, overall, you're not getting too much for that $1,800 price point. I would honestly say to buy a $1,800 other Tag Heuer that is not a smartwatch, as I think you're getting more value there, as it's actually automatic watch. And that actually brings me to the last kind of one thing that it also has that is a little bit better than the competition. So this watch, you can also get automatic modules and hook it up to the strap. So this module comes in at $1,600, and it actually is a Tag Heuer Carrera Caliber 5 watch. And you can actually just take the smartwatch out by basically plugging the lugs in and out, and the way you take them off is there's a little button right there. You can see where there's a Tag Heuer logo. If you press that in, they will just slide right out. Very cool, easy change feature. and now you can easily just plug in the automatic movement. So this just allows you a little extra versatility, but again, I mean, you can get an automatic watch for $1,600 too, so you're not really saving any money by doing this. It just allows kind of a cool extra feature. I think that is a bit, I don't really think many people are going to use that. You can also get a chronograph too, which would be a little bit more, but that's going to cost you more as well, and that's going to be about $2,300, I believe. So I would say if you're looking for a smartwatch, this is not it. With this, all you're getting is the Tag Heuer branding and the different case design. I really don't think, especially with hardware and everything, it's not any more special. I would say it probably is less, it's not as fast as I'd say an Apple Watch or a Samsung Gear. It's just not gonna, Tag Heuer isn't a technology company, so they're not really going to make the best technology-based smartwatch. I will say the finishing quality and stuff is better than a lot of other smartwatches, but I will say if you really want a luxury smartwatch, honestly, just go with an Apple Watch ceramic case, Apple Watch Edition, or a Samsung. I really don't think that it's worth spending the money, and I'd say if you want a nice high-quality watch, spend the money that you save from this on a new Tag Heuer or something, and then you have a smartwatch and a modular, and you have a high quality automatic watch as well, which I think is a lot better to have in a collection than just this modular 45. And that kind of goes the same with all high-end smartwatches, I'd say. I just really don't see the value in them. I mean, based on resale and everything, they're not going to be holding their value at all. I would say if you're going to be spending over $1,000 on a watch, it's got to be something automatic, is that you can maybe resell, and it also is just going to be a bit higher quality. They're really more handmade than a smartwatch, and I think the best value right now for smartwatches is going to be in the Apple Watch or the Samsung Gear. I don't think really anyone can beat them, and that actually, the Apple Watch is actually the best sold watch in the world. It actually, I believe, they sell more Apple Watches than they do any other type of watch. So, and I think there's definitely reason for that, just the value it provides with all the different features. That's the way to go. I mean, I'm not a smartwatch person, but I'd say if you're looking for a smartwatch, that would be the way to go over something like a Tag Heuer. So thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.